Hello everyone, what's up? So this is going to be another episode. I know it's been 2 months, which is kind of ridiculous, but you know what, just been a little bit busy, a bit lazy, and like my life's kind of changed a bit recently, so I thought, do you know what, let's just get it out, make a video. And I think today's topic is going to be about, you know, the idea of like achieving goals and targets and kind of manifestation and stuff like that. So basically, yeah man, just been chilling, and I don't really know where to go with this kind of commentary this week. You know what, I was having a conversation with my mum recently just about, you know, how we achieve goals. And you know, kind of the last month or so I've been going through interviews, and like they're called assessment centres, which in the UK is like for once you've graduated from college or university, you try to get jobs. So the assessment centre is like the final stage almost of these like big corporations where you have multiple interviews, you have all these tasks to complete, presentations to do. So anyway, I got a job at a very reputable corporate company. Don't know if I can say that name or not, but I actually got it in the London office as well, which is even more like competitive, so I'm glad about that. And you know, this is kind of a thing where I was talking to my mum about it, and I was saying how, you know, I was going through my old photos from 2016 on my iPad, but it's linked to my iPhone, and I saw that, you know, I actually had photos, like screenshots of the actual office I'll be located in for this job. I had screenshots of it back when I was like 15, 16 years old, which kind of is a bit sad, but it's also kind of cool because, you know, like manifestation, I literally manifested this, and you know, it's kind of just came to my attention that, you know, I really just made it happen. So a lot of you might think it's kind of stupid, you're like, what are you on about manifestation? But I actually think there's a lot of things in my life that really has some truth. So, and it's kind of made me think about, well, this job I've got, is it like kind of distinguishing between an ambition and a dream? So an ambition, and this is all up for interpretation, but for most parts, an ambition is something that is like a goal, you work towards it, and it just comes true, and it's most likely something that can happen, right? If you're ambitious to get a job, fine. A dream is something that, you know, you don't really, I'm not sure you work towards it, it's just something, well actually no, I think a dream is something that you can work towards, but you have to understand it's something that will may not actually come true. Now I kind of realised it back in 2015-16. This whole getting in this big company was an ambition. It wasn't a dream, it was an ambition, because ultimately it led me to do the certain A levels I chose. It got me into, you know, university to do a, you know, degree title, and I worked hard, and then I managed to like go through all these stages to make sure the ambition actually came into fruition, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, so now I'm at this stage, I've been kind of thinking about, wow, okay, so I'm here, now what? And it's kind of funny because, you know what, now I've actually achieved it. It's one of those stages where like I've realised that actually the journey was way more exciting than the destination, in the sense that all the anxiety about trying to get a job, also juggling my degree and all that stuff, even with COVID, yeah, like that was really quite fun, and like obviously getting the achievement is also reassuring, I'd say, but it's not fun. The actual, like, the whole point of this, the whole journey of trying to get to this stage, literally, I said it, doing my degree, all that stuff, that was really, now looking back, and it was like, that was the whole fun of this. And yeah, man, I think it's like a bit of a metaphor for life, you know. You've really got to just kind of cherish every moment. And this whole, like, the whole journey being fun, that also includes the downs, you know. Obviously there were some ups, but for the most part it was actually a lot of just downs, rejections, all that bullshit. So yeah, like, really enjoying every moment, whether positive or negative, is actually quite important. Let me check my notes. So I'm trying to make notes on this. So I've talked about how it feels to actually achieve the goal. So yeah, it feels good. It just feels more reassuring, you know. So now, yeah, back to this conversation. So now I've achieved this ambition. It's not a dream, you know. It was not a dream to actually work, you know. One thing that, I'm based in the UK, but I've been manifesting this whole idea of working in the United States, specifically New York, but whatever. So I've had, from the age of, like, 15, 16, I've had pictures of it. I've really taken part in the whole visualization, like, literally, like, this sounds embarrassing, but like for 2-3 hours, like, almost every night. But for the most part, like 2-3 hours, I'm literally just in my bed, just straight up thinking about it and visualizing it. I've been trying to think about, well, is working in New York an ambition or dream? And, you know, like, I don't know. I think it's an ambition, because it can happen. And the good thing is, I am on the track. No matter what happens, even if you're going forward a little bit, it's better than going back a big chunk, you know what I mean? Going forward incrementally is better than going back really big volumes. So yeah, I've got in a company, and maybe, who knows, I can work in New York in like 2-3 years time. But now on this topic of conversation about manifestation, yeah, I've kind of thought, well, now I've achieved this goal, well, what are my manifestations looking in the future, right? From 5 years from now, or 2-3 years from now. And, you know, I even have a vision board, right? So I have ticked off some things in that. And I think it's really quite important just to keep on track and think about this kind of stuff, right? So I think ambitions I have, and it's all going to be like materialistic stuff, right? Forget about all that personal stuff, but I'm talking about materialistic stuff, things that are just something that are quite fun and novel, right? I don't, in my humble opinion, I do not think that the company I'm joining right now is going to be in the industry I want to be in like 5 years from now. I'm just putting that out there, but I still want to experience it, right? So I'm like, I would like to achieve really getting to work abroad in New York City, and I really do want to manifest it and dream and ambition and have the ambitions of actually, you know, 3 years or 2 years from now, actually just getting the opportunity to work permanently in a New York office and achieve the New York dream, I guess. So that's an ambition, because again, ambition is something you can work towards. So when I join the firm, I can try and get myself into projects with New York clients and just see what happens there. Another ambition could be, I want to maybe work in a different division of the company. That's some things I've been thinking about recently. But now let's look into the dreams, right? The dreams are, I don't want to be an employee. I genuinely want to be like, so effed up, but I do want to be in like movies, you know. I want to be a celebrity. I want to be famous. don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure it will happen because I'm just too weird. I'd like to be an entrepreneur. I would like to be a philanthropist. I would like to be in movies. I want to kind of do everything. I think Oprah made like a speech about, essentially just trying everything possibly out there that your body can go through. And for me, before this job, I've worked in so many different industries, all that shit. Some of it's been really shit, but some of it's been really fun. And what I've liked the most is the fact that I really did put myself out there to actually try and do all this kind of stuff. I've done a lot of different jobs. I've learned a lot. So I think that kind of same mindset is I'd hope to propel it into the more bigger macro universe of like fame, making businesses, helping out charities. I want to do that kind of stuff. So with that in mind, yeah, I do want to be famous. But let's kind of think about a strategy, right? Because this whole fame, being an actor, is all a dream. I didn't go to drama school. I don't have any connections in that industry. I don't know how to act. I don't even know where to begin, I think I was a smart guy, so I've been trying to do research, figuring out stuff. And for the most part, I don't know, I just want to... Look, I'm like, bro, if I can't even get myself as an extra, so someone who's not even the main character, who's just in the background scenes, who no one even looks at, but if I can't even get myself a role as an extra in a movie or TV show, I'm like, how on earth am I going to get myself a lead role, So what is my strategy for this dream? Well, first of all, I want to be in London. I want to move there because I need to, whilst it's not LA, it's not New York, Hollywood, whatever, it's better than nothing, right? There's going to be some connections. So I want to go London. I want to start learning how to act. I'd not be like a perfect actor. I just want to just be able to act normally. And I need to get an agent. I want to maybe try and get on like reality shows. And then whilst I'm having all these thoughts, it's fun, but at the same time, it's kind of nerve-wracking. It gives me a bit of anxiety, the idea of becoming famous, because again, this could be a whole new video, but do you know what, I might make a whole video on it, but just the idea of being famous in this kind of era with social media, it sounds awful. And for the most part, I don't even want to be famous to be famous. I want to be famous to be able to actually do multiple different things, because you have the freedom of money and connections. You can't start your own skincare line, that's going to be massive. You can't start your own music brand, start your own whatever people want to do. Being famous allows you to really set yourself up. But again, just being on social media, I don't like social media. I've made this before. This is probably the first time I've said it, but I do not like social media at all. I think for the most part, people who actually use it are very shallow. This is going to sound a bit crazy, but they are probably very sad individuals. I think they're quite depressed, maybe just the fact that they need to put themselves out there. Realistically, why do you need to put yourself out there about what you eat, or if you're going out for a party? It's like, who are you seeking validation from? And you might think, well, you're a hypocrite because you want to become a famous film star, whatever. I'm doing it to just live. And yeah, man, so I don't know where to go with this, but basically, if we're going to wrap this up, I've just been a bit mad, because not mad in a bad way, but in a good way. It's been a bit crazy lately, because I manifested something ages ago and it came true. The law of attraction, the universe, whatever, really just put it into me. And then now I'm just like, okay, so I've achieved this. It feels alright, but I've experienced that first kind of stage of, okay, the journey is way more fun than the destination. So now looking back into it, if I do achieve the goal of being in movies or whatever, being a rich businessman, I don't know, I'll be looking back at now this vlog or this podcast I'm doing right now and thinking, wow, okay, this journey was fun, and this is part of the journey. Like, this is actually fun. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, guys, but this is my second vlog. Yeah, I don't know, just I'm gonna try and upload more. I think I have like maybe 3-4 months before I start my job, so I kind of want to just get the ball rolling now. I've been hella lazy, and it's not even writer's block. I literally have been proper lazy, so now I'm thinking, okay, do you know what, let's do it. I'm actually going to start uploading even random shit, because it's not about the quality of what I do right now, it's about just banging out content. I think I had like 32 views in my first video, and as of saying that, it is the 12th of December 2021, which is kind of crazy, but I appreciate all those views. Real talk, thank you so much. Yeah, man, this is just fun and games, I guess, but obviously I want this to become big one day. But anyway, yeah, so peace out. How do I stop?